Hey guys, this is Darklord from TryThisPlay.com, and I have an NBA 2K19 My Career tip so that you too can get this level of My Points and VC for every NBA game that you play. To start off, change your My Career settings to Hall of Fame difficulty and 12-minute quarters. Don't worry about the quarter length because you won't be playing the full game anyways. As soon as you get the ball on offense, call for a quick ISO by pressing left on the D-pad and then RB or R1. Then you'll run below the hash, press LB or L1, and hold the icon that appears above your head. This will give you a better ISO and more room to post up, which you'll do next by holding left trigger or L2. The next step is to perform a post spin. You do that by rotating the right analog stick from 0 to 180. Rotate it counterclockwise if you're posted up on the right side, or clockwise if you're on the left. Then perform a reverse dunk by holding right trigger or R2 and pushing your right analog stick to the direction you were coming from. So for example, on this clip, I'm pushing my right analog stick to the right. Then repeat that, or some variation of it, for the rest of the game when you're on off. Set up a half-court trap by clicking left on your D-pad, right trigger or R2 to bring up the next page, and X or square to select half-court trap. This will help speed up the AI's possessions, meaning you'll get more looks on offense and more of my points at the end of the game. So work for a steal or let them score as quickly as possible. So right here, I'm going to end up doing a reverse layup instead of a dunk. Very important to get as many of these in as possible. Just do the same thing you did for the reverse dunk, minus holding right trigger or R2. So for the entire first half, you should be focused on getting reverse dunks. That's going to be the main method of my points that you're going to get from this grind method. But later on in the game, or occasionally, you can go for reverse layups as well. Since posterizer dunks cap out at 20, you're going to need as many reverse layups, which count towards acrobat, as possible to get as many my points as you can throughout the game. Same thing with floaters. Just be careful with them, as the my points gained from that are based off of your make percentage, whereas posterizer dunks and reverse layups are not. Just a reminder if you're unsure, reverse layups are done the same way as reverse dunks, minus holding RT or R2, and floaters are done by holding directly down on the right stick while still pointing your left stick at the basket. Since posterizing dunks are the main focus of this grind method, it's important to note that not every dunk you do will count as a posterizer. So you should aim towards getting around 60 points before you start going towards acrobatic layups and floaters. This method is especially effective against great on-ball defenders. Their tendencies will force them to foul you once you finally get past. Once you reach team takeover, you can start throwing alley-oops to yourself. Give a teammate the ball, then press left bumper or L1 and hold the icon above your head. This will make your player come over and set a screen. Once you activate the screen with your teammate, then you can double tap Y or triangle and throw an alley-oop. This can earn you my points for things like posterizer, lob city finisher, and pick and roll success. Try to have a teammate with good passing stats or the lob city passer badge to throw the oop to you, otherwise the ball might end up with a fan. I recommend doing this until your team takeover ends to maximize the amount of points you can get per game. So with all of this, you should be aiming for about 50 points a quarter. That's about 2 shots every minute. You're also going to want to be up 25 points at halftime. That's the only way that you can still sim out and get VC and my points. I recommend simming out as soon as possible, or if you're close, aim for that A+ teammate grade. If you're having trouble getting up by 25 points, you can change your defense to a half-court press rather than a trap, and you can try shooting more threes on offense. This is the grind method I use for all of my players. I have 295s, 491s, and 490 overall players. This method is extremely effective no matter the build. I have found, however, that it works better for guards and small forwards rather than power forwards and centers because the AI is more inclined to double team them in the post. Definitely try this grind method. Starting from scratch, spending only 2 hours a day on it for a month, you'll be 94 overall. If you haven't already, head over to TryThisPlay.com for more tips, coaching, and premium ebooks from our experienced staff. Comment any questions you have, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content.